Welcome back to the channel World Coins Master everyone, and thank you so much for joining us once again on this incredible journey through the fascinating world of rare and valuable United States coins. Today, we're diving into an astonishing story that has captivated collectors, historians, and treasure hunters across the nation. Imagine holding a coin that's only worth a single cent according to its face value, yet due to a series of unbelievable errors and overlooked details, that very coin has skyrocketed in worth to an astounding $270 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 1991 D. Lincoln penny, known for its simple copper-plated zinc composition, has somehow defied all odds and become one of the most talked about, high-value coins in the entire world. If you're even the slightest bit curious about coins, or you've ever wondered whether that loose change in your pocket might be worth a fortune, this episode is tailor-made for you. So how could a coin that was produced in the millions at the Denver Mint in 1991 ever become so valuable? What could possibly set it apart from the countless others that were struck that same year? Well, to understand that, we have to look closely at the details that make the world of numismatics so incredibly rich and rewarding. Every coin has a story, but this particular 1-cent piece tells a tale that goes far beyond what most people can even imagine. It's a tale of precision gone wrong, of anomalies overlooked, and of a perfect storm of factors that have come together to turn a humble penny into a multi-million-dollar treasure. The 1991 D. Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, which has been one of the most productive mints in the country, producing billions of coins every year. The D mint mark on the coin identifies its origin. At first glance, this penny seems ordinary. It bears the same profile of President Abraham Lincoln that has been used on the cent since 1909, honoring the centennial of his birth. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a design that remained in use until 2008. But the real magic lies not in what the coin was supposed to be, but in what it accidentally became. You see, not all coins are created equal, even when they're supposed to be. In the case of this specific 1991 D penny, a series of anomalies has given it a mythical status. The first major contributor to its extraordinary value is a striking error known as a double die obverse. In numismatics, this type of error occurs during the process of hubbing a die. If the die receives two misaligned impressions from the hub, any coin struck by that die will show doubled images, often most visible on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. The doubling on this particular coin is extremely dramatic and evident even to the naked eye. The date 1991 appears almost shadowed, as if stamped twice, and liberty as well as the motto, "In God We Trust," shows similar doubling effects. Such doubling is not common and makes the coin a standout, but the double die obverse is just the beginning. What makes this penny even more unique is the presence of a misplaced mint mark. Normally, the D mint mark is precisely placed using a standardized mechanical process. But in rare cases, errors occur. On this 1991 D cent, the mint mark appears slightly tilted and positioned lower than normal, almost as if it were added manually rather than by machine. Experts believe this anomaly may have been caused by a transitional moment in the mint's production processes. While mint marks were supposed to be machine-added, remnants of manual placement methods still lingered in practice at certain facilities. The result is a mint mark that's not just misplaced but possibly punched by hand, an incredibly rare find for any coin minted in the 1990s. To make matters more complex, there's evidence of a planchet error. For those unfamiliar, the planchet is the blank metal disc that gets stamped to become a coin. Planchet errors can include wrong metal compositions, improper cuts, or the use of an outdated or experimental metal mix. On this particular coin, metallurgical analysis revealed traces of bronze elements, even though by 1991, pennies were supposed to be made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper in the form of a plating. This suggests that either an older bronze planchet from a previous minting period accidentally made its way into the 1991 batch, or that the Denver Mint was experimenting with alloy ratios in a way that left behind a one-of-a-kind result. Now, combine all of these elements: a dramatic double die obverse, a clearly misplaced and possibly manually punched mint mark, and a planchet containing an unexpected alloy, and what you have is the rarest and most valuable known example of a 1991 D. Lincoln penny. But that's still not all. There are additional microscopic die cracks visible near Lincoln's chin and the rim of the coin, which point to die fatigue, an indication that the die used to strike this coin had been overused and was nearing the end of its life cycle. These cracks add to the uniqueness of the piece and confirm that it was likely struck under unusual conditions. The backstory of the coin's discovery only adds to its allure. A retired machinist from Colorado found the coin in a jar of spare change that had been sitting untouched for years. He almost discarded it but paused when he noticed the doubling on the date. Being somewhat familiar with coin errors, he had it examined by a local collector who immediately saw that this was no ordinary penny. Soon, the coin made its way through a gauntlet of expert evaluations, including submission to major coin grading and authentication agencies. What came back was a unanimous consensus that this was an unintentional masterpiece, a perfect storm of minting errors, each one rare on its own, but together, practically unheard of. Graded as MS-67 read by a top-tier grading service, the coin maintains its original luster and shows no signs of circulation wear. This level of preservation is another factor in its incredible valuation. Errors aside, a coin in such pristine condition from over 3 decades ago already commands a premium. When you add the layers of historic error and minting mystery, the value climbs astronomically. As the coin community caught wind of this find, the buzz grew quickly. Major numismatic conventions and online auction platforms began discussing the coin, and offers started rolling in. Private collectors, museums, and even financial institutions reportedly showed interest in acquiring the coin for both its historical and investment value. Eventually, in a private deal facilitated by a leading numismatic broker, the coin changed hands for a staggering $270 million, making it the most expensive Lincoln penny ever sold and one of the most valuable coins in global history. But could there be more of these out there? That's the question that now haunts collectors everywhere. If one such coin exists, could others have escaped detection? Are there more 1991 Lincoln pennies in circulation or tucked away in jars, drawers, and boxes that might carry similar anomalies? The answer, while uncertain, fuels the passion and dedication of thousands of coin hunters. Every 1991 penny is now under scrutiny. People are inspecting their spare change with magnifying glasses, digging through old collections, and poring over coin shows and online marketplaces in search of anything that might resemble this legendary piece. It's also important to understand the historical context of coin production in 1991. The early 1990s were a time of transition at the United States Mint. New technologies were being implemented, quality control was undergoing modernization, and the demand for small change was increasing. With such shifts, it's entirely plausible that errors, once quickly caught and corrected, may have slipped through the cracks. The combination of mechanical upgrades and human oversight created an environment ripe for mistakes that would later turn ordinary coins into priceless artifacts. Collectors now know what to look for. Signs include dramatic doubling, irregular mintmark placement, signs of an unusual metal composition, die cracks, and even off-center strikes or broad strikes, which show that the coin was misaligned during the pressing process. Any one of these might indicate a valuable error, but together, as in the case of the $270 million penny, they create a coin so unique that its value transcends the collecting world and enters the realm of legend. So what does all this mean for you, the viewer? Well, it means that the next time you're handed change at a store, or you dig through an old coin jar at your parents' house, you could be holding a hidden treasure. It means that knowledge and curiosity are your greatest tools. By learning to recognize the signs of rare coin errors, and by educating yourself on minting processes and coin history, you might uncover something extraordinary. You don't have to be a seasoned numismatist to strike gold. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little luck, and a willingness to look closer. The story of the 1991 Lincoln penny is a testament to how even the smallest details can lead to the biggest discoveries. It's a reminder that value is often hidden beneath the surface, waiting for someone curious enough to reveal it. In the world of coin collecting, 1 cent can be worth millions. And who knows, the next one might just be in your pocket. So stay curious, stay observant, and never underestimate the potential of even the humblest coin. Because as we've seen today, a single penny, one that most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up, can hold a secret worth more than many homes, businesses, or even small countries. This is the magic of numismatics. This is the thrill of the hunt. And this is why we keep searching, one coin at a time. Let this story inspire you to star. Today, we are diving into the astonishing world of rare U.S. coins and uncovering the fascinating mystery behind a humble 2015 Lincoln penny that has captivated collectors, historians, and investors across the globe. What would you say if I told you that a 1 cent coin, the same kind most people ignore or toss in jars, is now valued at an unbelievable $130 million due to a combination of unique minting errors, overlooked mistakes, and one-of-a-kind characteristics that make it one of the most desirable coins in existence. Grab your seat and stay tuned, because what lies beneath the copper surface of this Lincoln penny might just change the way you look at pocket change forever. The journey of this extraordinary 2015 D penny begins at the Denver Mint, where billions of coins are produced with precision and efficiency. Every year, countless Lincoln pennies are struck, and 2015 was no exception. That year, the Denver Mint released millions of 1-cent coins bearing the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield on the reverse. But amid these millions, one specific penny was born differently, an accidental marvel that would go unnoticed for years before becoming the center of attention in the numismatic world. At first glance, this coin may appear identical to the others. It weighs the standard 2.5 grams, is made of copper-plated zinc, and features the D mint mark indicating its origin in Denver. However, closer examination by expert collectors revealed a combination of errors so rare and significant that their combined presence on a single coin elevated its value far beyond the imagination of even the most seasoned coin dealers. The coin became an example of how anomalies, when stacked together in one specimen, can transcend simple error classification and enter the realm of numismatic legend. One of the key factors that contributed to this coin's staggering $130 million valuation was a double die obverse. Double die errors occur when the coin die itself receives more than one impression from the hub during the die-making process, leading to duplication of design elements. On this 2015 D Lincoln penny, the doubling is most visible in the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," as well as the date. Under magnification, the letters show a distinct shift and separation, especially noticeable on the B and E in Liberty, and the numbers 2 and 5 in the date. 2015. Double die errors are highly sought after, especially when they are dramatic and easily visible without needing advanced tools. What makes this particular double die error extraordinary is not only the degree of doubling but its coexistence with other rare anomalies. Experts speculate that the die responsible for striking this coin was misaligned, possibly due to mechanical malfunction or human oversight. This led to slightly off-center strikes, with the design elements shifted just enough to catch the attention of sharp-eyed collectors. This off-center error combined with the doubling created an unintentional piece of minting art, chaotic, asymmetrical, and completely out of the ordinary. But it doesn't stop there. In addition to the double die and off-center strike, this penny possesses a die clash error, another phenomenon that dramatically increases a coin's rarity. Die clashes occur when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet, coin blank, in between, transferring parts of each design onto the opposite die. When the next planchet is struck, it carries ghost-like images of the opposite side. On this coin, traces of the Union Shield can be seen subtly behind Lincoln's profile, giving the coin a shadowy, layered appearance that numismatists often describe as hauntingly beautiful. This unintentional die clash made the coin a visual marvel, with faint but visible elements of both sides overlapping in a one-of-a-kind error. Still more astonishing is the misplaced mint mark anomaly on this specimen. The Denver D appears slightly higher and more tilted than on standard 2015 D pennies. This misplacement may seem minor to the untrained eye, but to experienced collectors and specialists, mint mark positioning is critical. A mint mark applied by hand instead of automated equipment, or one that shifted during production, adds another layer of interest and value. In this case, the tilt and position were confirmed to be unique to this specific coin, making it not just rare but potentially singular in the entire world. The condition of the coin adds yet another factor to its immense valuation. Graded by a top-tier third-party grading service, the coin received a near-perfect grade of MS69 red. The red designation refers to the color and luster of the coin, indicating that it has retained almost all of its original mint brilliance and coppery sheen. Mint State 69 is just one grade below perfect, and it is incredibly rare for error coins to remain in such pristine condition due to the very nature of how errors happen. Coins with significant errors are usually caught during quality control, mishandled, or pulled from circulation. This one, however, somehow avoided detection, circulation, and damage, preserving its condition flawlessly for discovery by an eagle-eyed collector years later. Another fascinating element of this penny's story is the mystery surrounding its journey. According to reports from collectors, the coin surfaced not in an elite auction or behind a museum display but rather in a private collection built over decades. The original owner had been quietly assembling U.S. coinage with an emphasis on errors and oddities, often trading with other collectors and dealers at small coin shows and through mail. It wasn't until a professional coin authenticator visited the owner's collection in early 2024 that the penny's true nature was uncovered. At first, the authenticator believed it to be a high-grade 2015 D penny with a clear double die. But further analysis revealed the full scope of its anomalies: off-center strike, die clash, min-mark misplacement, and exceptional preservation. That moment marked the coin's transition from obscurity to numismatic stardom. Auction houses immediately took interest. Major players in the coin collecting world vied for the opportunity to list it. Offers poured in from collectors across the globe, some reaching tens of millions within days. But as the publicity and professional analysis grew, so did the offers. By mid-2025, the coin had been officially appraised at over $130 million, sparking debates and discussions in coin clubs, publications, and collector forums. Some questioned whether a 1-cent piece, no matter how rare, could justify such a price. Others defended the valuation as an inevitable result of its one-of-a-kind nature and the historic pattern of skyrocketing values for singular era coins. The cultural impact of this penny cannot be overstated. It has inspired documentaries, magazine features, and countless videos. Collectors began re-examining their own 2015 D pennies, hoping to find one similar. Coin shops saw a surge in interest for modern era coins, and demand for Lincoln pennies from 2009 onward skyrocketed. The coin also rekindled interest in the Lincoln cent series itself, drawing new collectors into the world of numismatics and reminding longtime hobbyists of the thrill of discovery. What also contributed to the coin's mystique is the speculation about how such a combination of errors could occur at a modern U.S. mint facility known for its precision and quality controls. Theories range from unnoticed die deterioration and human oversight to rare timing coincidences and automated processes. Whatever the explanation, the coin remains a testament to how even the most efficient systems can yield unintentional masterpieces. This coin also taps into a deeper psychological and emotional element: the dream that something so common, so overlooked, can hold immense hidden value. It validates the idea that treasures can exist in everyday life, waiting to be found by those who pay attention. It speaks to the collector's instinct to preserve, to question, and to appreciate detail. Economically, the coin also tells a larger story. It reflects the intersection between rarity, demand, and condition, and how these factors can transform an object of negligible face value into a multi-million-dollar artifact. This 1 cent, thanks to errors that were once considered defects, became a symbol of perfection in imperfection. It turned the concept of minting mistakes into a masterpiece of historical importance and aesthetic intrigue. Today, the $130 million 2015 D Lincoln penny resides in a secure private collection but continues to circulate through the public consciousness via media, scholarship, and collector admiration. Its legend grows with each telling, each discovery of a similar, but never identical, era penny that reaffirms its singularity. Collectors now look at every Lincoln penny with new curiosity, checking for doubled letters, shifted mint marks, or ghostly die clash remnants. Auctioneers remain on alert for new record-breaking sales. Meanwhile, historians and analysts view this coin not only as a collector's dream but also as a cultural artifact, a small, copper-clad reflection of American craftsmanship, chance, and obsession. And perhaps most importantly, this coin reawakens the belief that the next rare find might be resting quietly in someone's coin jar, desk drawer, or pocket. It ignites that spark of possibility in every person who has ever picked up a penny off the ground. Because as the story of this coin shows us, the ordinary can become extraordinary, the overlooked can become priceless, and a 1 cent piece can indeed be worth $130 million.